Hey YouTube, my name is Nick, and what I have here today is a fairly uncommon original Xbox which I imported from Japan, and they only made about 50,000 of these units, so it's about as rare as some of the other consoles I own, such as my Midnight Blue Game Boy Advance or my SpongeBob GBA SP. But I basically have no idea if this console works at all. It was sold to me as junk. All that they tested in terms of functionality for this unit was the fact that it powers on. So I have no idea if I'll even be able to boot up the console at all, if the hard drive has failed by this point or not. So without further ado, I'm gonna get to opening this package just to show you which Xbox I have, and then I'll hook it up and see if it works. If I get an error code 7 and I'm unable to boot the dashboard, then there will be a second part to this video, but it will take a bit of time because I'll have to do some soldering to the EEPROM chip so that I could dump the EEPROM and then lock a new hard drive. Let's get to opening this. I'm going to be very careful because this looks to be about the size of the Xbox that's in here. So I really do not want to damage it. It looks like it was packed pretty well though. Yeah, see, it's right on top. Actually, it wasn't that hard to pull that apart. So removing all the sides of the box and some packing materials. Yeah, it's literally the exact width of the box. Here we go. So I'm not going to use the scissors from this point on. I'll just tear this. They did protect the unit itself very well. I will give the seller that. I actually used Bai to import this one instead of... I usually go with from Japan. One map, that is. But this time I used Bai. Oh wow, this looks really good condition-wise. Alrighty. This is the Skeleton Gray. That's one of the terms they call it anyway. The Skeleton Gray Limited Edition Original Xbox. And just looking at it visually speaking, I don't see a single scratch on this thing. There's maybe one minor scratch on the back right above the AV port, like right about here, but other than that, like it looks very good. There's maybe also another minor scratch here, but like this is practically perfect. Not even any dust from what I can tell on this thing. So there you have it. They only made about 50,000 of these units. And so now I have one here today and we'll hook it up and see if it works. One moment, please. So now I have the Skeleton Gray original Xbox set up to my capture card over there. So now I'm going to press the power button and we'll see what happens. Oh. Nah, I'm just kidding. I didn't plug it in. And there's a reason why I didn't plug it in, and that's because what I want to do right now is I'm going to plug this in, and if this immediately turns on, what that tells you is that this original Xbox motherboard might have suffered some trace rot, which is not a good thing. So I'm about to plug this in. Let's see if it comes on. Okay, it does not immediately come on, so that's good. So there's likely no trace rot. Now let's press the power button and hope that I do not get an error code 7. Green lights. Do we got video? Yes, please no error code. And we're booted, let's go! Okay, great, so we're actually going to get to check out the dashboard, and I'll be able to run XCAT on this thing so that I can check to see if there are any title updates or DLC that have not been preserved in the original Xbox community. So fingers crossed on that. Worst case scenario, if I had to guess, was probably the only thing that might be wrong with this thing is the fact that... Okay, well, there you go. That answers that right off the bat. There's definitely no DLC or title updates that are lost on this Xbox, purely by the fact of looking at the dashboard because there's only 3 tabs instead of 4. So this original Xbox has actually not been connected to Xbox Live ever, and I'll prove it by changing the language to English, because there will not be the Xbox Live tab there. And you can see right there, all we have is memory and music. So, okay, so that gets rid of that. I might as well still run XCAT on it anyway, just in case it finds something of interest. But right off the bat, you can tell that this console is purely stock. So, most likely it's never been modified either. And so, the only Japanese copy game that I have is my Japanese copy of Steel Battalion. And so if there's anything wrong with this console, my guess is that it just doesn't read discs. And the reason why is because this is an O2 model of the original Xbox. And this particular console also has a Thomson disk drive in it. So I just put Steel Battalion into the disk drive tray. I don't have the other camera running, but I'm going to close it now. So you might have heard the tray closing there. And we'll see if it can read it or not. See the eject light flashing. I bet you it's not going to read. Oh my god, I was so wrong. Let's go, it's reading. This thing works. Woo! Let's go. Now, I don't have my Steel Battalion controller here with me, but this would work. Oh, it froze. The hard drive might be on its way out. And that, folks, is the definition of celebrating too early. Okay, there we go. We're good to go again. Oh wow, so they actually wiped it. So there were no saves left on the console except for the Steel Battalion game that I just put in, obviously. So if I had to guess, well yeah, obviously I didn't see it in the memory tab, but there should also be nothing in the music. So yeah, there you go. Well, that's it. So I guess that's the only thing that's wrong with this console, is that the Thomson disk drive seems kind of faulty. I might be able to fix it by cleaning the laser, and I am going to take this console apart anyway because the clock capacitor must be removed in order to protect the motherboard and to preserve it for as long as possible, you know, to help that. So yeah, so I will take this apart. I'll probably give that Thomson disk drive laser a clean, and I'll report back. I'll just leave a little thing at the end of the video just for like 2 seconds or whatever, just stating, maybe even in this part here, if I was able to get discs to read with it afterwards. But yeah, there you go. There's practically not much else wrong with this thing. It's just a stock unit that's never been connected to Xbox Live. And so I'm going to change that by connecting a skeleton key so that I can get it connected to Insignia. Maybe soft mod it as well. And there you go. Everything is all hunky-dory, and we're good to go. The actual exterior condition is nice, as I've shown at the beginning, and pretty much that wraps up the end of this video. So there you have it. That's the Skeleton Grey original Xbox, which was a limited edition. They only made about 50,000 of these particular Xboxes, and that's the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time.